aren't many psychics out there that work in my field. From what I understand, there's not but about 11 of us. There's a lot of would-be psychics.
Oh, there's always the wannabes.
Oh, yeah, and all of those.
I run into them a lot at the lectures and conferences I go to.
Yeah.
Always the ones that want to be in this and they don't have any abilities.
Yeah, I get a lot of those. I'm getting people that call me up telling me, all of a sudden I woke up and realized that I was a psychic detective. Now how do I do this?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of them are fakes, too, but that's in all of this, kind of metaphysical work. We always run into those that are the fakes, and then there's the wannabes, and a lot of them have to make up things because they're expected to be psychic all the time.
I don't understand that.
It backfires on them.
Well, I would think so, yeah. I mean,
but I think there's something about the glamour, they think, and they want to be doing this kind of work, so they have to put on some kind of a front.
Well, would you please tell me where the glamour is? I haven't found it.
That's what I was going to say. It doesn't sound like your life is very glamorous.
I don't
but
think
with this
so.
part, I know you travel a lot, but I mean, if you have to work on murder cases during the day where you take on the energy of the deceased, none of this sounds to me like it would be very glamorous.
I'll tell you the truth. I've never seen a true, real psychic that wanted to be a psychic. They
really wanted to be normal?
Yes.
Whatever normal is?
Whatever that is. They didn't. It's very, very difficult. You don't live normal. You just don't. It's very hard on the body. It's hard on the mind, emotions. And I'm very well grounded in spirituality and in God, and that's what's kept me truly afloat.
But these other ones wouldn't be. They just want to think this will be exciting, and they want to get into it.
Well, I suppose it can be exciting, yeah.
But, that's what they're going into it for, instead of trying to help people.
Well, I think what they want is being special. Here I'm trying to be normal, and they're trying to be special.
Yeah, that happens a lot in my work, too.
Yeah, it's very
people
strange.
want to do what I do. They say, oh, it'll be so exciting. You get to write and travel all over the world. But you don't realize after a while you do get tired of it. It is burnout. And, it's not as exciting as people think.
Well, it is if they don't know about it, if they've never experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds good. It's like being a movie star in their way of thinking.
That's what they think, But after a while, I found that every airport, every hotel, and every convention center, this all looks alike. It's just a different city.
Exactly. And for me, it's a different energy.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm getting where I don't even want to be around the energies in those big cities anymore.
Oh, I know. Isn't it awful?
Maybe I'm becoming more sensitive to it. But, things are changing.
You've always been sensitive.
Well, but I mean, they're talking about the vibrations and frequencies are changing, and maybe something like that is happening because I seem to be becoming more sensitive on these big city energies.
Well, I'll tell you, the energies are growing. They're heightening.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to go into a very dangerous time. Weather-wise, it's going to be really, really dangerous.
I've been hearing that from other people, too, and even in my sessions I'm having. They said March is supposed to be particularly bad.
Oh, yeah.
You're picking up on that, too?
Yeah. I'm getting a lot dealing with hurricanes, some of them being supercell hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, straight-line winds.
All through 2006?
Oh, I think it's going to run about 12 years.
12 years. Because I was thinking March is usually not the hurricane season, but I've been getting, during my sessions, they come through and, you know who I mean by they, and I think the listeners probably know in a way. They come through and they'll say that this is starting this year, it's going to be a lot more weather phenomena and also man-made disasters, too, they said.
Yeah, I'm particularly worried about the year 2006 7 with the Al-Qaeda.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't had any worry or concern about them at all striking the U.S.
But that's what I've been hearing, too, that there's going to be a big increase in the natural disasters because Mother Earth is beginning to protest.
Well, Mother Earth needs to do a little cleaning.
Yeah, then that's what they said.
You
notice it has a lot to do with water.
Oh, yeah, water, yes.
That is the cleansing process, but the
yes.
tsunamis and the hurricanes and everything that happens seems to do with water.
Yes.
And it's getting worse, too.
It is, but it's not the end of the world.
No, that's what I tell people. Even in my books, they said it's the end of the world as you know it.
Can be.
It's going to be a lot of changes, and we have to learn to adapt to it. But we can do it. It's just that the average person out there is going to have a harder time, I think, changing and adapting to these things.
People don't like change, Dolores.
Well, yeah, that's true. They want their life to go on the way it has always been.
People like to ritualize. And when change comes into place, it throws them completely askew.
You mean they just like their routine?
Yeah.
The same old thing. They get up in the morning and do the same things, so they don't want that disrupted.
Correct. And everything about this earth plane is change. That's what we have to look forward to, is constant change.
Well, for things not to change, it becomes stagnant.
Exactly. No growth.
Yeah, you have to grow, and that's what I've been telling people on my other shows here, is that that you're here to learn lessons, and it's a school.
It is.
Some of these lessons are not very, they're not very good, but we chose to come in at this time to experience all these things.
Well, I'm told that we chose our mother and father.
Yeah.
We chose the families.
Uh-huh.
And that we chose the experiences.
It's all for growth. It's
all for growth.
And some people have to take the over and over again because they don't learn it the first time around.
Absolutely.
They have to keep going back again and again, and finally, then they can learn that they can go on to the next lesson, which may or may not be better. We never know.
Well, I've never seen a lesson come the easy way. It's always the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, we will not budge.
You just stay where you are.
We like our negative comfort zone.
Yeah, and you won't grow.
No. So
I do remember when I was in grade school, one teacher told me, I said, that's not easy. And she said, if it was easy, what did she say? If it was easy, you wouldn't learn anything. And that was way back then. So if it was easy, you're not learning anything. You have to be growing.
Well, the nice thing about it is when you do make those steps of growth, you get perks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you it's like the spirit community goes, yay, you did it.
Yeah.
Now here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's worthwhile on multiple levels. And right now, humanity needs to learn that we need to respect this planet and take care of this planet and take care of each other.
Yeah, and you're trying to go the other direction. That's the thing. But then when I'm doing my lectures, between death and life, and I talk about this being a school and everything, I said everyone has had bad things happen to them. That's life. That's part of living. But when you look at it, did you learn even one thing? What did you learn from that bad experience?
Exactly.
They're usually sitting around, well, poor me type thing, And, they can be quite horrific experiences. But if you look at it, did you learn even one thing? That was the purpose of it. It was worth it.
Well, if we don't come out of the emotion of it, we can't learn anything from it. We have to step outside of the emotion and look at what was really happening and why. Why did this happen to me?
Objectively.
Objectively.
That's hard. You have to go quite a ways before they can get to that point.
Well, that's what I'm there for.
Yeah, to help them release some of this information.
Well, they'll come to me in an emotional state of everything falling apart around them.
Yeah.
And then I can objectively tell them why this is happening to them and why this person is this way and why this person does this, and get them to start taking some of their own personal responsibility.
Yeah, you have to always tell them, take your power back.
Absolutely.
You give your power away too easily to other people.
We personalize everyone.
Yeah. No, I have clients that come to me all the time. Not as many as you. I'm glad I'm not on that kind of a schedule. But I have them come to me, too, and they have all these problems. And, you know, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, my gosh, is that all you got to worry about? But to them, it's very important and very personal. And it's you have to work on with that level. You know, help them wherever they are anyway.
Absolutely.
And it's not always easy.
Well, they need someone that is not involved.
Yeah.
That can look at it objectively and lay it out for them.
Yeah, a lot of mine, it's just talking is one important thing anyway. Just to be able to have someone to talk to.
Well, a lot of people don't have anyone to talk to.
No.
Or
but
anyone that they can trust.
I can't solve their problems. I don't think you can either.
I can't solve anybody's problems. I can give them answers and information, but then they have to solve their own problem.
Yeah, but that's just what, a lot of times they come expecting you to take it over and sign it, solve everything.
Well, we've been McDonaldized.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, we expect the answer and the solution right then, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like fast food. Take care of it right now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work that way. We
But,
have to shoulder responsibility for ourselves and what we've gotten ourselves into.
Yeah. And when they come to us wanting us to solve their problems, actually they're giving their power away because they're wanting somebody else to take it. And they don't want to have the responsibility of trying to deal with it themselves.
Well, I think most people are like that. That's why we have leaders and we have followers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't we all just like to put the responsibility on somebody else?
Yeah, take this away from me. I don't want to deal with it.
Exactly.
But in my work, I found out it just gets worse if they don't deal with it.
Sure it does.
The next lesson will be a little harder, a little more difficult.
Yeah, you get a 2x4, and then it gets a little bit bigger and bigger.
That's what I tell them. If you don't pay attention, you're going to get hit up the side of the head.
Yeah.
That's what you mean by the 2x4.
Exactly. But sometimes, Dolores, they can't hear it.
What?
They can't hear the information.
Yeah.
Because it's not what they want to hear.
They even if they do hear it, they don't want to hear it.
No, because it means they have to do something. Or it's not the way they thought it was.
Mm.
Or maybe it damages their ego a little bit.
They have to think, too.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to think.
Boy, that's true.
But, Carol, I was just thinking about, let's tell them about your work with the Sphinx. I think that's fascinating.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've gone back over there very recently, but, you told me that you went down underneath the Sphinx into the hidden tunnels.
Not quite.
But you were lower down in there.
I was brought in on the Shore Foundation. They were doing a trip to Egypt that was also sponsored by ARE. And Edgar Casey Foundation. And I was there, and there was a couple of other psychics and astrologers and different folks that were involved. And I had free run of the plateau.